Hello there, my cosmic kittens and planetary puppies of those who identify with the divine feminine vibe. It's your girl Catz, Wonder Intuitive, and I'm back with a very special weekend forecast for the weekend of March 25th. Though, whenever you come upon this, it's the right time for you, and there's definitely messages for you. Please pull cards if you have them so you can see how these energies that are going to be influencing the divine feminine in a big way are going to be influencing areas in your life, love, career, family, friends, and you. If you need to know anything else, down below in the description box is where I've got my info, all my social media accounts, and any reading specials and how to contact me to book a reading. I will never solicit. If anybody tries to reach out saying they're me, saying you need a reading, grand rising, beloved, whatever, just block and report them. All right, here we go. Let's get into this. Okay. Now, I did the divine masculine first, and then you guys. And what's really interesting is we are starting off with the double major tarot deck. All right. And both the divine masculine and the divine feminine both have major arcana in the reverse. Okay. So here we go with the star, and she's pouring all her water right back into the lake, and she's not nurturing anything over here. She's like, F it, I'm done, okay? I'm in the feels, okay? And here we go with the chariot, with the lion deciding to take a nap and going, I thought we were moving forward. What the hell's going on? Okay, now, which I thought was fitting with the chariot like that and the feels going on. Very strong in the divine feminine energy. It's one of the bigger influences is Mars will move into Cancer on Saturday. The 26th, so we are starting to feel that now, and Pluto had entered Aquarius, bringing a lot of truths to the forefront, especially about ourselves, okay, that we trying to squash down. There it is, right? Stuff we're dealing with on an internal level, emotional level, and this Mars in Cancer is just bringing that out, and it's causing a pause. Because as we are all connected, divine feminine and divine masculine, it doesn't matter. We embody both of those, okay? It's what you identify with the most at whatever given time. The divine masculine has something they got to do this weekend, and Spirit is pushing the shit out of them. So there's a pause here. Okay, for just a moment, all right? So don't let it panic you, okay? If you're in forward motion, moving towards new things, the unknown, you were taking brave steps, don't worry, there's just a momentary pause. Now, so we'll get into the tarot dice here. So we have the Knight of Swords bringing in some kind of message, something that's going to spark things, okay? Maybe an announcement, maybe you get a message, say you're waiting, you're like, yes, I'm finally going for that job, and you're ready to, like, you already put in your notice with your other job, and there's a delay with the new one. Oh, we got to push you back. We're going to start you here because that's going to line up with, like, say, the payroll or whatever, or we're waiting on some paperwork, or, oh, wait, we forgot you have to do this. Whatever it is, it's a delay, though. Make it feel like it's the Six of Swords in reverse, not going nowhere. Not, I'm not, it's like, there goes a boat without me. What the heck? I thought I was on the right track to move forward, which will put us in our feels. And we have the Five of Cups here. Disappointment. Okay. Heavy on the disappointment. Some people are straight up pissed. Angry. Look, I don't want to sit here again. I want to move. Come on. Ah! And then we've, of course, Mars is going to be, really amplifying that too. So one of the important messages Spirit wants to get across for the divine feminine this weekend is just be mindful of being grounded. And if you get in your feels, you get in your feels, right? It's whatever your situation is, but we don't want to, blow up at other people either, okay? We need to rise above and understand that these pauses in our, our forward going towards a new, it's okay. It's just for a hot minute, okay? The divine masculine decided to sit down for a little bit, okay? They're like, oh, I did an action this week. It was supposed to, I went through so much. Oh my God, I need to rest. And Spirit is sending an army and going, you got one more major thing. Now you got to go. So we're waiting on that. It looks like there's a big, huge push for them over on their side this weekend. That's why things have to pause. Okay? Because they're doing stuff that's indirectly, at the moment, going to be affecting where you're heading to, especially if you're looking in love for yourself, for someone new. Okay? Now, I mean, it could even be a delay about moving in. You know, it might send you spinning, you know, trigger the crap out of you, but just be patient. You know, you can always watch the Divine Masculine too, so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on their side. Okay, so, but what happens is, it seems like as we move into Sunday, okay, we have the Eight of Cups. So moving on, moving forward, okay, we're actually going to feel and see that, oh, okay, now there's some movement. That's what I want to see. I was worried there for a minute. You know, we get all wound up in our feels and we Armageddon scenario and we're planning for, fine, I'll go do this instead. But be careful of your impulsive choices. You can't go backwards. Spirit will throw a brick wall with spikes at you, pouring lava out all over you, okay? You can't go backwards. You can only go forwards, okay? You got to get to a point, if you're going to get upset about anything and get riled up, just say, you know what, fuck it, I don't care. I'm just doing my thing here. I don't care. Whatever happens, happens, because that's better than doing an impulsive, you know, a decision that's going to, you know, just push you back a little further, maybe put up some delays and blockages that you're going to have to work through. We don't want to do that. We work too hard to get where we are. It's going to be, it's like one of those things like, yes, you go with the flow, but don't go with the emotional flow. Okay. Well, this is a good one. You know, you're feeling good. There's this energy coming in with the Ace of Wands, relighting up passion. Okay. Reigniting our enthusiasm and hope again. Yes. Is it going to burn out? I don't think so. Though we do have the Queen of Swords here, but that's about discernment. This is where Pluto's swinging that sword of truth. Okay. After everything that you're going to go through, it's going to feel like eternity this weekend, maybe starting for some of you on Friday night, tonight, and then getting through the emotional stuff and kind of panicking. I thought I was going forward in this, you know, making these plans and decisions. You guys are all set and ready to go. And then all of a sudden, oh, wait a minute. Sorry, you got to wait a minute. There's a delay. Your flight has been delayed, is what I hear. However, with the Eight of Swords, with that, Eight of Cups going connected to that Ace of Wands, definitely something that's going to send you somewhere new over, I want to say over the weekend, but it could be Saturday night, Sunday morning, or maybe you'll hear about it Sunday night going into the following next week, which we'll see when we do the forecast. Okay, that Queen of Swords energy, okay. When she slings her truth, she can be pretty brutal. You know, they call that, I've heard the Queen of Swords called the Snow Queen. But in this forecast and the energies of what it's saying is basically cutting through all the emotional BS that we put ourselves through to see the way clear and go, oh, I understand now. Okay. Feeling more clear-headed, feeling more stable. Okay. More focused. And then we're moving into this energy of the Page of Wands, okay, which is, I feel like incoming, like a flurry of messages for some of you. You know, maybe it's going to be crickets this weekend. And you're like, oh, well, you know, I'm supposed to do this for my business. I got out there. I've been connecting with people and all of a sudden it's crickets. That's because we're all going through this and what the Divine Masculine has for the weekend, okay? So be prepared for, you know, maybe a little quiet around you if you're used to being active or started talking to new people, groups. Don't be surprised if there are cancellations and delays on or postponements, okay, on things this weekend. Okay, don't let them spin you. It may disappoint you, but you know, there is a reason for this, okay? There's other things going on, you know, that affect that, whatever it is, situation, okay? So you got to be patient. Just, I hate that P word. So with this Page of Wands, like I said, I feel like for some of you, you're going to get a flurry of messages. This is like Sunday. This is where I'm feeling this energy stronger. Like fast incoming messages. Everybody's like talking about what, you know, though I will say this, for some of you watching this, Somebody's message is going to send you into like battle mode here with the 5 of Wands, okay? Watch for that, okay? Watch out for that. Or, for Spirit was saying, in other cases, there could be somebody that's going to be a little fiery. We got to watch it. It's not just our emotions we need to be aware of, and the anger dominating our decisions and how we're talking to people. I mean, you know, we want to watch where that anger goes. We don't want to feed that energy, you know, because it's like so within, so without. I'm telling you, Spirit ain't messing around, okay? We're all seeing this in the physical plane now. But for others, it could be someone really upset. Like, it's going to come across like they're going to send you a message, and they're going to try to, like, I want to say they're going to try to delay you. Say you're talking to your friend on Sunday and go, oh my God, you know, I was so worried about this. And they're like, oh no, it's a go. Come in Monday. We're going to fill it and finish all the final paperwork and blah, blah, blah. And you're telling your friend that. And they get all kinds of, me. Sorry, that's how it channeled through. It's like, getting all pissy. And it's almost like they get in a fight because they don't want you to move forward. With the chariot in the upright, okay? This is the chariot movement, okay, at the end. There are people who aren't going to be happy because they're still stuck. They have a new beginning. They're afraid to go forward. They talk about it a lot, though. And they're pissy. There's a lot of angry people out there already. The people who didn't want to face the truth, whatever truths those are, mostly from within. The stuff that we stuffed down in a way, you know, is coming out. I mean, Pluto is pulling that out hard, okay? And then with the Mars and Cancer, it's bringing it out. And you will see, if you haven't yet, people just being so miserable and upset and disappointed. Feeling that anger because people are leaving and moving on, and they're not happy about that. You know, they're acting out. So be careful of that too. You don't want to feed those people. You don't need to entertain them. You need to be here. Okay. So somebody comes to you, or this could be you, five of Cups. Okay. Disappointed, and just, you know, let people vent. That's like, we all do it. You know, let's vent. Let's talk it out. Okay. That's fine. But be discerning. Okay. Don't let your emotions get involved. Be that Queen of Swords. That's going to help you so much over the weekend. And because there is always going to be forward movement. There's always movement. There's always change. Things don't just stop and stay that way. You know what I mean? I mean, as far as like moving forward, you've worked hard, a lot of you that are watching this, okay, to move forward. We can always count on change. Nothing stays the same. Nothing. And we definitely aren't. We are moving into the new timeline. I mean, we are in it, but now we're actually being involved in it, being more open to it, knowing that we've all cleared, all wrapped up our karmic contracts, okay? Some people are still hanging on and clinging. They are pissed because other people are leaving or moving on or doing whatever they got to do. Mainly, it's a vibe of people leaving, okay? They stayed long enough now. They finally, you know, put on their big boy, big girl panties on and walked away. They're like, I'm sorry, I'm done. I can't. And these people are furious. It's not fair and blah, blah. They don't want to let go. And then they're sitting there, even though the person's long gone, they're just sitting there and that's all they think about is that person. Meanwhile, the world keeps going around. The sun goes, the sun sets, the sun rises, moon wanes and waxes, and they're still sitting there. So, but the thing is, the Spirit's making changes around them, and a lot of people are not good with that, okay? So just be aware of that. Could be you, could be me. Okay. Now, what's really interesting is the supportive energies, okay, for what the Divine Feminine needs to know going into this weekend. What's really interesting is how these cards lay. The Ascendant for entrance, the Descendant, invitation, right smack in the middle. Good old Pluto with rebirth. So we have literally entered this kind of portal. That's why everything's kind of paused for everybody at the moment, okay? Because there's people still going through this rebirthing. I mean, as a whole, the world is, okay? And whenever there's times of change, it's always turbulent. There are like I want to say riotous type of energy, you know, fighting and people against it, and they will do everything they can. You know, they get so angry because they're scared. You know. And then we have the invitation. This is when the things start to flow. This is when everything's going to start flowing. So we enter, we pause for a minute with the rebirth, and boom, we start. Then the door, okay, come this way now. Now we're being invited to move forward again, okay? That's what I am getting for the Divine Feminine over the weekend. It's just going to be rough emotionally for some, not everybody, you know. If you have crystals, you know, you want to use grounding stones would be just a major help. Try to stay away from stones with fire in them. You want to balance more, less water, a little bit more earth. If you can be outside, that would be wonderful. Air is good too. Sorry, there's another message coming in if you bear with me for a moment. Grounding, be outside. If you can, take time to meditate. Being with spirit right now, your meditations, it's going to be hard. However, it's going to help a lot. That connection in with spirit is what I feel. Spirit. What was I saying? Connect with spirit. During this time, this pause, take the time to do things that make you feel good. It may be hard to find that when you're in that mode. You know, we call it going down. You know, we almost feel like we're drowning. The big thing is making sure you are grounded. We do have root, okay? Imum coeli, okay? I don't know what that is. It sounds really cool. I have to look that up. But the root, okay, being grounded, okay, nurturing yourself. Interestingly enough, we do have series with nurture. You know, keep feeding yourself good stuff, okay? What makes you happy? Music. I mean, if you know, we got to release stuff too. So if you're feeling down, you know, and you need to listen to that music that kind of relates to that, do that. You know, bike ride, walk on a treadmill, punch a pillow, you know, or go to the gym, do stuff that makes you feel good. Buy yourself some flowers. Nature is going to be the biggest. Being outside, connecting, and grounding is going to be one of our biggest assistance energy. Mother Earth is still here, even though all this other crap's going on from above and in the middle and on her. She's still supporting us, holding us. She's like, I'm here if you want me. I'm here if you need me. Cultivate. Okay. This is going to be a good opportunity for some of you also to cultivate good spiritual practices, especially catching past behavioral responses. You want to cultivate habits that, what do you need? Okay. You're the one that can really give yourself that, because everybody's going to be having something going on. So when when something like this happens collectively and everybody's busy or dealing with that and dealing with this, you kind of feel alone sometimes when we go into these modes of, you know, sadness and depression or anger and resentment, fear. But the thing is it starts and ends with us. We're still here, though. We don't want to neglect being there for ourselves when others can't be. Okay, so we need to cultivate learning to listen, and it's hard when we get like that. But what do we really need in that moment? Do we need a good cry? Do we need, you know, some ice cream? I mean, you know what I mean? Do you need to just, like, I just want to go outside and just, you know, just pick a place in the park where nobody's near me and I can just, you know, listen to music or whatever, sit in the grass, or, you know, what do you need? What do you need? It's a good time to cultivate that now, that habits. So when things like this happen again, as they will, that kind of throw us off a bit and make us question, wait a minute, you know, I thought I was supposed to go, what's happening here? I don't know what's happening. You know, it's a really good time to go within. I know that sounded a little off, maybe for some people, but being grounded is going to be one of the most important things. You don't want to go with the fiery flow this weekend, okay? Like I said, any impulsive decisions, be very careful with that, because Spirit will, like I said, they will throw a wall up. You're not allowed, you can't just, like, I shouldn't say you can't, but Spirit's very adamant about, we set your path, you saw it, you started doing direction for it, we've opened the pathway up for you to go in that direction. Now there's a pause. That doesn't mean you're not going that way. Okay. For some, though, there may be a twist in it, but it's all a good thing. It's all going to work out, okay? Especially if you chose one thing when you knew you really wanted something else, but you took the safer route. That's going to come around this weekend, too. All right, so on that note, Divine Feminine, please like, share, and subscribe if I jive with your vibe. I do appreciate you guys to the moon and back for subscribing, liking, and sharing. Thank you so much, and have a great weekend. I will see you on Monday. Take care.